Hello there, my name is Brian, and this video is going to be on my couple-year-old Craftsman chainsaw. It's pretty popular. It's a red and black model. It's an 18-inch model for home duty use. What could possibly be the problem? Because it happened to me and I got very frustrated. And I'm the kind of person that, when I'm doing something, I want to, jump into it and I want to knock it out and have it go real smooth. And when something doesn't go right, it can be really frustrating. YouTube is a great resource. I mean, everything, if I need to, learn something that I haven't done before on my car or on my mountain bike, changing, the fluid in my mountain bike disc brakes or something that I just haven't done. YouTube is a great resource, so I'm going to try to add to that resource today. So you've got your saw, and some of these are all black. Mine's red and black. It's the 18-inch version. I'm going to just put that right here, but basically we're going to turn it around because let me move my camera in real quick so we can get a better view of the saw and what I'm going to talk about. Okay, now that we've got the upper view. Basically, when you're removing your chain and your bar, or you're doing some adjustments on it, these are the two bolts right here. This is for my Craftsman saw. I'm not 100% sure because I don't have other saws that this pertains to the other saws, but it might. So, just use your judgment. But basically, with the Craftsman saw, if you are removing the chain, removing your bar, or doing the adjustment, and you remove this plate and this, that's called a brake that activates. It's a kickback brake, and it'll stop, for people that don't know, when that is pushed forward, if I've got that correctly, it will immediately stop the blade from spinning. So if it kicks back, if you're doing something foolish with it, or you're just doing a tricky cut and the saw jumps back at you, you don't want the blade to be spinning, at high RPMs coming back at you. You want it to stop so you don't potentially injure yourself. So that's what this brake does right here. And it's easy to activate and deactivate when it's on the saw because you have something more substantial to hold on to. So just keep this in mind when you remove your cover. If you have the brake on or off, I'm just not 100% sure because it's been a while since I did this, but I want to make this video. So basically, if I'm thinking correctly, you're going to have your brake off when you remove this, but you may have your brake on. So again, when you remove this cover, once you remove it and this is in the on position, you will not be able to reinstall your cover. You won't be able to mate up everything and put it back together. And that's what's very, very frustrating for me and probably likely for other people, especially the people that have contacted me and asked for my help. And hopefully I've been able to help them. So so that's going to be your problem, is your brake is going to be activated when you take that cover off. And when you again go to put everything back together, it does not line up. Also, too, you may want to keep an eye, when you're putting this back on, make sure the little worm drive that mounts into the hole on the bar, you want to eyeball that and make sure, because if you have this cranked all the way down or, all the way off, of course, it's not going to line up with that hole that's in the bar that makes it where this goes back on smoothly. So you want to keep an eye on that, plus, again, your brake. So when you have this off and you want to fool around with your brake, putting it on and off, you're going to have a more difficult time because you're going to have a family member, or I don't recommend putting this in a vise, but you might be able to put this in your lap. And I don't remember exactly how I did it, but it's going to be under tension. So when you're holding that, it's going to be more difficult to, again, activate and deactivate your chain brake. But that's what that basically does. That could be your potential problem. If this is not going back together after you make, your chain adjustment or, replace one or two of these pieces, that could be the culprit. Other than that, my name is Brian. Thanks for tuning in my video. Hopefully this is helpful. And have a great day, great afternoon, and a great evening. And I'll maybe catch you on another video when I'm doing something with lawn equipment or tools. Okay? Bye-bye.